back to AWS On Air here at Reinforce 2022 here in Boston, Massachusetts. I'm Kyle Dickinson. Once again, you thought you could get rid of me? No, not yet. I am here with some awesome colleagues of mine from the Customer Incident Response team, and we're going to go over some of the highlights we had here as a team with the Customer Incident Response team for being here at Reinforce for the first time, the second time Reinforce has ran in person. And so, Sydney, you want to introduce yourself?
I would love to. Hi, I'm Sydney Studi, member of the Customer Incident Response team. I write code, maintain systems, do fun stuff. Robert, what about you?
You minimize her. She is our lead builder, everyone. My name is Robert Saul. I am the practice manager of the Customer Incident Response team. I look after the team and the operations of making sure customers get what they need. 2 days of being on air and showing customers good stuff about what we're doing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so tons of awesome sessions. So one of the highlights for me was being able to talk to our customers how they're able to prevent, detect, respond, and recover from when a ransom event impacts data that's stored within Amazon S3. And there was a lot of awesome conversations. It was being a Chalk Talk, there was a lot more interaction. And I love those types of moments where we're able to communicate and have a two-way door with customers that have questions. And there was a lot of great conversations about identity and access management, best practices. You know, how can you secure S3 buckets that contain large amounts of data? And then what are some best practices surrounding Amazon S3? And even got to point them to our open source playbook framework, and then even our brand new AWS Security Blog post.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
And then that Chalk Talk you did was standing room only, right?
Standing room
It was
only.
packed.
And it ran twice. It ran yesterday and then today.
Very cool.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
It was very exciting, and it was actually fun to see some familiar faces from the previous engagements that I've been a part of while I've been here at AWS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What
That's
have
super neat.
you been up to?
So, like I said, fun stuff. But one of the highlights was the builder workshop that the Customer Incident Response team did. So we took 3 of our open source tools that we develop and we maintain, that we developed and maintain, and we did a demo. We did customers, people just worked through it on their own. And if you are interested in doing that, we can drop a link here soon. However, what we did was we took the Assisted Log Enabler open source tool that enables logs across your AWS environment, various logs, CloudTrail for example. We enabled logs in an environment. Then we used Cloud Saga to simulate a security event. And then we used the Security Analytics Bootstrap to investigate that event in the logs. So that was a lot of fun.
Now, what was like the primary learning outcome for that session?
I would say just learning how to take data and make it actionable. Like take what you have at your disposal and make it mean something.
Yeah. I think so. I was part of that session, which was really awesome, and I think a lot of the attendees, they also found that being able to prepare for a security event before it actually happens, you know, the adage of, you know, sharpen an axe for 1,000,000 years so you can chop down the cherry tree at the end of the day, something like that. I guess that's how that goes. But it's to how can you prepare and actually test your controls without being impactful to your environment.
Yes.
Because if I recall, Cloud Saga, it runs off of dry run flags. So you're seeing if actions could be successful, but not actually causing an impact to the environment, right?
Yeah, exactly. So you get the API calls, you can investigate it in the CloudTrail logs, but there's no changes at all made in your environment.
Yeah, and then the Security Analytics Bootstrap, you may have heard of it before. Being able to take a CloudFormation template and then use Athena to query data that is stored within Amazon S3 to understand what happened, who, what, where, when, and how. I wish you would tell us the why, but you know, we need a crystal ball for that, I guess.
The cool thing what just happened is you just employed 3 of our open source tools in one workshop. And Kyle was talking about the other one, the playbooks, earlier. So hopefully those links are there.
Yeah.
We talked about them yesterday. We're going to recap it here in just a little bit. I just think it's neat that it all got wrapped up together to show customers like all of this stuff is interconnected. I think that's really
Yeah.
I've had a few folks tell us that they're going to be submitting some feature requests too to those projects.
Yeah.
Oh,
Make
good.
them even more awesomer.
That's awesome.
Awesomer.
Awesomer.
There you go.
Awesomest.
Yeah.
Awesomer
Yeah.
and then awesomest later.
There we go. Stages of awesome, right? So what else? What have you been up to, Robert? I feel like I've always seen you with your hair on fire this week.
Yeah, it's been we've got a lot going on. So I think one of the more fun things that I've done is the booth. downstairs. One-on-one with customers, partners. The neat thing is the discussions. These partners and customers come to us with ideas and thoughts of stuff that we haven't really thought about, and just the discussions that start and gets us thinking.
Yeah.
The event has been awesome. Lots of fun, lots of really good discussions, lessons learned, and lots of follow-up contacts we've got to do because, let's face it, customers and partners come to us with stuff we don't know, but we're going to go figure it out and come up with something cool.
What would you say, were there any common questions that you would say kind of bubbled up to something that could be created in content or just addressed to the World Wide Web as we're talking to them right now?
How do we plan?
How do we plan?
How do we plan? Where do we start? Where do we? And it comes off the playbooks. Think about for everyone. We have one of our open source offerings is playbook templates. We develop those playbook templates from what we learned from Zipline incident investigations. We heard frequently, customers have a hard time planning. They don't know where to start. So we built we built the template. So one of the reoccurring themes that we heard was, where do we start? How do we plan? How do we know? Those were good because we've got the playbooks and it's easy to direct them right to it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It was neat.
Cool beans.
What do you got going on?
What do I have going on? So, as you know, the Safe Room is going to be picking up season 3 in August.
Yeah.
We have the new partnership with the AWS Security Blog, where we're going to be posting a lot of content about emerging events that we see, as well as content that we create. And then also with the Safe Room, we're also going to be opening it up more with, threat detection and incident response still being a main focus. But let's talk about security culture. Let's bring more soft skills into it, and how can we make our security teams more proactive enablers, but also help developers be secure, but also productive in their new adoption of awesome new technologies that are available.
But all connected, all connected to threat detection and incident response, right?
Yep.
We're going to wrap it down. So, what is the next couple that you have going on?
So one is, which I'm very excited about, is about security culture with someone from the office of the CISO, and then the other one is
That's gonna be amazing.
I'm really excited about that. I can't contain my excitement.
No.
And then the next one we'll have is how to securely deploy an application using the CDK, and then best practices, and we'll maybe even see what we could do to implement some shifting left of CI/CD things that I learned earlier yesterday about using something like Code Guru and Code Whisper.
So cool.
Neat. That's really cool.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to those. And
neat.
then, whatever else we get recommendations. We have a mailbox that we monitor, so if anyone has recommendations, that's how a lot of the content. We can.
Yeah.
Yeah. If not, it's AWS Twitch-SafeRoom@Amazon.com.
Yeah. Neat.
Yeah. Or you can just hit me up personally, KatieSecure@Amazon.com.
That's you.
I welcome that. Yeah.
That's you, right?
That's me.
Wow.
Sometimes.
Awesome.
Now, you've been busy.
Not as busy as y'all, but yes.
Aside
busy.
from just, me annoying you, you've been very busy.
Fair enough. Yes. So something I'd like to call out was Women in Cybersecurity episodes.
Yes.
So we completed episode 3 of Women in Cybersecurity here at Inforce yesterday, where we did a talk.
It's the 3rd episode.
It was the 3rd episode, yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's
3
awesome.
whole
Remember when we started
episodes.
that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's something I would like to continue. So yesterday we talked about a deep dive for transitioning into tech. So anyone who's interested in transitioning in, our goal was to give resources, we did a high-level overview of our story and how we got in. That's something we told in episode 1 and 2. But just resources, different programs and avenues to transition in, certifications, that kind of thing. Just a whole talk about transitioning in. And I was joined by Gilly Lev and Momita Saha, who also work here at AWS for that episode. So that was a great time.
That's awesome. What do you plan on? Can you give us a sneak peek of what you want to do for the next one?
Actually, that's still something we're brainstorming about. If you have any ideas or something that you would like to see on future Women in Cybersecurity episodes, please email that AWS Twitch.
AWS Twitch dash the safe room, no, saferoom.com. Yeah.
That one.
We'll drop it in the chat.
We'll post
room.
it in the chat.
Yeah.
But please do, because we're actively in conversations on how can we add value to our viewers for the Women in Cybersecurity series.
I know I was watching those when they were being broadcast, and there was such an awesome response to, folks that wanted to get into technology and learning about these different programs. And I'm highly impressed with how many have actually made a career transition into technology after being in a career for so long and just making this change, and the programs that help foster that into make that happen. That's really cool.
Yeah, something I'm super passionate about because my background is in retail management, and now I'm working in software development and cybersecurity. So
yeah, lead engineering stuff too.
Yeah, we've heard that a few times, I think.
So one of the few questions that I heard commonly during the Chalk Talks, Robert, was who's the CIRT team? How did they get engaged? At the TDIR Ask the Expert booth, we had a presence of customer incident response team responders, and I believe this is the first conference ever where practically the CIRT team has been here to have folks ask us questions and interact with us.
It is. Yeah, it is. I just want to alert my panelists here and the audience. We need to make sure we've got a minute on the back end because I've got a surprise for everyone.
A surprise.
A surprise, yeah. It's
That's
coming,
60 seconds too long that I can't give you.
All right, but I want the last minute.
Are we almost there?
Almost there.
Okay.
We're getting there.
So
I did that yesterday. That was our talk yesterday. That we were talking about the CIRT. We were talking about what we did. We were talking about how we did it. All of the offerings that we had in. Hopefully the links are coming in right now so that everyone can see it again. The key is what I really want everyone to remember is shared responsibility model. Super important that you understand what it is. It is not a wall. It is a bridge. It is a way for you to get help. It is a way for understand when you need help and to reach out and contact us. We talked yesterday about those avenues to get to us and what we could do. And
for those that didn't catch us yesterday, just quick 30 seconds. How can a customer engage our team if they need help with an active security event?
Yeah, I'll do it in 10. Cloud support ticket.
Okay.
Cloud support. Reach out to cloud support. Reach out to your TAM if you're a premium enterprise customer. Start with the ticket. Get the ticket cut so we can get to work.
Got it.
Yeah,
that sounds pretty simple.
Thing. Yeah, it is. It is. Now you did one, the SSRF IMDSV1. Talk about that.
Okay, so SSRF and IMDSV1 with Steve and Mohammed. So the CIRT has seen misuse with instance metadata credentials, and so one thing that we wanted to make sure that our customers understood is how to prevent, detect, respond, and recover from that. So I highly recommend that if you haven't yet, there's a Safe Room episode about it. There's also from AWS On Air yesterday a segment about it. But also, there's going to be a playbook released on how to prevent, detect, respond, and recover, and investigate further if that event does happen within your environment.
Yeah.
So that's something that we've been very passionate about because we see it, and we want our customers to feel safe and understand that when they're operating within AWS, they can look to our team to provide them information. So when an event does occur, they're able to respond to it with confidence. And if they still need help, we're still there to help them.
Yeah.
But scaling out information to our customers so they're better prepared.
I think that's one of the cool things that this is one of the first times we're able to say, we're seeing this. These are sorts of incidents we're seeing that we're working. We're building this content for customers to try to make sure that they don't suffer it also.
Yeah, exactly.
That's really cool.
Any cool announcements that you saw this week?
Guard duty. Talk about the guard duty thing.
So guard duty.
Yeah.
For those. Yeah. So guard duty. If we think about it, for those that aren't familiar, guard duty uses multiple log sources such as VPC flow logs, CloudTrail, which is the who, what, where, when, and how in an AWS account. Also uses Route 53 resolver logs, and then it extended to S3 findings and EKS findings. But this week it was announced that it's now extending into malware detection on EBS volumes. And so there's an awesome blog article. I definitely cannot do it justice by trying to recap it in the short amount of time we have, but I highly recommend that if you're looking for ways to understand if there's EBS volumes that contain malware, and I believe the max right now is supported up to 1 terabyte for an EBS volume. But yeah, that's it's just showing how guard duty is growing and extending the functionality to help detect when there's something not normal within your environment.
All in support of customers.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they need it.
I
Yeah,
think one of
that's
my other favorite ones is, I mean, this is a program that we're very close to and passionate about, but I'll let you talk about it.
Yeah. Our good friends at the MSSP partners, level ones, managed security service providers. So we always talk about scaling at AWS. We talk about how. We talk about trying to make sure that scaling is happening, that the job's getting done. And one of the ways that we do that is through our partners. There's a great program that a team that we've gotten really close with because what we do from the CIRT perspective is we give them ideas and thoughts about how to, what does secure look like, what should these MSSP partners be doing and how they should be doing it. So we've been hanging out with them a lot and talking with them, thinking about how do we do that next. Our MSSP partners are great friends and they do great stuff for us. There should be a link here, should be getting posted. And as a matter of fact, I think one of our good friends is on a little bit later. Yeah, there he is, right over there.
For those that can't see, there's someone just bouncing back and forth behind the cameras, just making funny faces at us, but it's all love and family, I guess.
Yeah, so I think that's one of the neat things about Reinforce is as we're here and we're starting to really connect to other important entities within the company, partners, customers win. They get good products, good services, and at the end, more security. So let's talk about your big announcement for the practice. Yeah, the blog.
So a blog where we blog. No, so we've developed an awesome partnership with the AWS Security Blog team to where we're able to provide insight to when we see some emerging events so we could better communicate with our customers. But also, how can we announce, these new workshops that we're building? You mentioned yesterday, we're creating training.
Yeah.
Why not create training and then just make it open source or public? What about when Sydney creates a new tool as our lead developer? What can we do to communicate the release of that? And so the blog team has been super awesome in Paramount, and we released our first blog post on Tuesday.
Yeah.
And just to see that go live is just amazing. I'm looking forward to how we can better serve and interact with our customers through the multiple medias. So where we'll be using the safe room to provide high-level how-tos, the blog posts for security event like intelligence, so to speak, will be the nitty-gritty technical details that security engineers, analysts, folks that are going to be responding to events will want to and need to know.
Yeah.
Where the safe room will be high-level recap, more digestible for folks that might not necessarily be in the incident response process, but want to understand what is happening at a high level.
So I just want to, guys, just go back to the beginning of the year, right? Remember, we all said, we're going to reach out, we're going to be talking with customers. We didn't have anything. Today, here we are in July.
We had each other.
And a great idea. We've got our blog out. We've got AWS Twitch, which is awesome. We've got all of our open source tools and more to come. I mean, it's just so proud of this team, so proud of what we do, and how committed everyone is just to really helping customers. So,
all right, Robert.
Thank you,
as I
Robert.
promised, you get a minute.
Am I at it?
You're
Are
at
we
it.
at a minute? Okay.
Thank you, Robert.
You're welcome. Thank you
We
guys
have
for the work.
an awesome leader.
So,
Okay, here it comes. Are we ready? So, earlier, my good friend and colleague, Jason Hurst, was peppering everyone with duck jokes. The reason for the duck jokes is because he was quacking everyone up. Yes, and I saw the comments. It came through loud and clear. People were picking up on it. The reason for the duck jokes, so that everyone knows, we have a duck at home. His name is Soup. He's right there. I wanted to take a moment and disarm Jason so he can no longer poke fun at me about our duck. Here's the reason why. He is the cause of all of the chicanery that went afoul earlier
so
today.
that is not a pink-footed platypus, though.
That is not a pink-footed platypus.
And
that, in fact, is Soup.
Just to clarify, Soup lives with the chickens.
Yes, Soup lives with the chickens.
Got it. Okay.
And thinks he's a chicken. It's all kind of confusing, but it's just, it is what it is. I wanted to assure the viewing audience that we're not crazy. There is a duck here, and that's why.
Did we just make Soup our team mascot?
Soup is not the team mascot.
And so what a great way to wrap this up. Hey, thank you everyone for joining us today. Reinforce, you've been awesome. Coming at you live 2022. Woohoo! Take care. Bye-bye.